package that I saw a little bit earlier. Oop, just dropped that. Hey, welcome to another episode of GeekOutdoors.com. And so today, it's a very special day. You probably saw by the title, but I got a new camera. And it is the Sony A7IV full frame camera. And wow, I have been waiting for this for a long time. And if you didn't know, I am using the Panasonic G85, so I have been using this camera for a long time now, and I've just been waiting for all the other cameras to come out, specifically the G86. But once the A7IV came out, I knew that this was basically going to be the perfect camera for me. And so today I'm going to be doing an unboxing and my initial first impressions on this beast of a camera. So let's go ahead and unbox the Sony A7IV. All right, so here is our box, very clean. And here is Sony right there. We have the A7IV branding right there. And also on the back, more Alpha Series branding. And this box is definitely larger than my Panasonic G85, which is micro four thirds. So this is full frame. So let's go ahead and open the box. All right, so not sure what this is yet, but I'll open that up later. Here's all your warranty information. I definitely want to keep that. And then let's see what we have here. Oh yeah. So here we have our Alpha Series camera strap. What else do we have here? We have our charger, and this does charge through USB. So USB-C, so I'm pretty sure that first one was the cable. So we'll look at that a little bit later. And then we have one other thing here. Here is your Sony battery. Now before I get into the lens, let's go ahead and get into the body, because that's definitely the most exciting part. Oh wow. All right, here we go. Oh yeah, Sony A7IV. Wow, this is to me a very beautiful camera. It feels solid, but yet surprisingly a lot lighter than I thought. And it has a flippy screen. Thank goodness, because if it did not have a flippy screen, as great as this camera is, I probably wouldn't get it, because I need a flippy screen. And boy, this has it. Feels light, but at the same time substantial. I really do like this deep grip. And honestly, physical-wise, dimensions, it's not that much larger than my Panasonic G85, but it's definitely a lot heavier, more quality build, which I would expect at this price range. So, yep, no disappointments there. This is awesome. So now let's go ahead and get into the lens. I'm going to leave that right there. So, all right. So let's see what we have here. So this is the kit lens. So I'll definitely be getting different lenses in the future. Oh yeah. So this lens right here is a 28-70. And here is the lens hood right here. So this is going to be the biggest difference between what I'm currently using, which is micro four thirds. The lenses are definitely going to be a lot bigger. So there we have it. The camera and the lens. And let's go back to that initial package that I saw a little bit earlier. Oop, just dropped that. So this is an E-mount. Then here is the original package that I didn't open yet. Okay. And what do we have here? All right, the USB-C cable for charging and data transfer. So those are the main things that came in the package. So as you can see here, these are all the contents of the box. I'm so excited to start using this, but I'm going to go ahead and talk about some other things that I purchased with this, because obviously there are a few other things that you're going to need as well or might want to have. So here are some other accessories that I bought with this. The first thing is an SD card. You definitely need some type of storage. In this case, I have a 128 gig SD card, and this supports from UHS 1 to UHS 2 up to CFast. So at least for me, I'm just going to use the UHS 1 to see if that's quick enough for me. So that's the first thing that I got. And then the other things that I got is 2 extra batteries plus a dual charger. I really feel it's a must for you to have these things. And this thing right here, this is a gray check. So basically to make sure I have the correct white balance and exposure. This isn't necessarily a must, but I feel this is great to have as well. Okay, so this is everything that I have. So my lens, my camera, the batteries, everything. So now we'll go ahead and put this lens on here. So I'm gonna remove this. So there is the mount. And we'll remove this right here. So wow, that's really nice to see that. And we'll line this up. So there is a white dot here and a white dot here. Then there it is. It snaps into place. You remove your lens cap, and then I'll put the lens head on here, and then we'll go ahead and try this out. But the first thing I need to do, I do need to charge this up. But wow, I'm so happy that I finally have the A7IV in my hands. So let's go ahead and charge this up, and then we're going to try it out for the very first time to see how things look. Set up your business easily and legally with incredibly affordable rates at Incfile. Join more than 500,000 businesses and launch your business today. For more information, check out the affiliate link in the description area below. So now I'm shooting this on a Sony A7IV. And let me tell you, I am both really excited, but at the same time intimidated by this camera, because the A7IV is definitely not a beginner level camera. And even though I'm still going to be using my Panasonic G85, because I really do love a lot of things about this camera, the A7IV is going to be the one that really allows me to grow as a creator when it comes to videography, photography, and just being a creative person in general, because this camera is packed with so many powerful features that it's probably going to take me a lifetime to learn everything. And as I'm learning how to use this camera, I'm going to be making more videos on the Sony A7IV. So now let's get to some of my first impressions of this camera. And as you saw a little bit earlier, when I took it out of the box, I was really surprised by how physically it wasn't really that much bigger than my G85. But once I started handling a lot more and then lifting it up, I realized that it is a lot more beefier and heavier than I thought, and the build quality is just excellent. All right, quick interruption. Before I move any further, I want to talk about the absolute best thing about the Sony A7IV and practically any modern Sony camera out there, and that's basically the autofocus. Because unlike my Panasonic G85 and practically every other Panasonic camera out there, the video autofocus on this camera is absolutely incredible. It is reliable, and all the footage that you're seeing right now with the Sony A7IV is using continuous autofocus in auto mode. So basically, this is the mode that you're going to use right out of the box. I didn't have to do any tweaking, didn't have to go into the settings. I just pressed record, and there's so many other autofocus features on this camera that I haven't even touched yet. So just the fact that I'm able to get autofocus without having to worry about it and without having to do any adjustments is absolutely mind-blowing, and in my opinion is the best feature of this camera. And then I spent a little bit of time going through the menu options, and I was blown away by the pages and pages of features on this camera. So I definitely have a lot to learn when using the A7IV. And then other things that I noticed, just looking at the viewfinder, I could already tell the image quality is going to be way better on this camera. And since it is a full frame camera, things like your blurry background bokeh effect or depth of field is going to be way better than a Micro Four Thirds camera that I have with this G85. And as I get more lenses, I'll be able to get even more creative with how I shoot things. So as you could probably tell, I absolutely love the Sony A7IV. Even just using it for the very first time, I already know that this is the perfect camera for me. And as I learn this camera more, I will be doing more videos, giving reviews, tutorials, and just my overall thoughts on this camera and the things that I've learned. And so if you actually had any thoughts on the Sony A7IV or any other cameras that you've enjoyed using, be sure to leave that in the comments area below. And if you did want to see more of my camera tutorials, tips, and thoughts, I do have an entire playlist. I'll leave that in the description area as well. And as always, if you did get value out of these videos, be sure to share, like, and subscribe. And I'll see you on some more A7IV videos. And if you're a creative geek like me, and you want to get exclusive access to more content that I don't put out here publicly on my YouTube channel, then join my Gold Content Creators group, where you're going to get content like this and more for all the creative geeks out there. And the best part is, all of this is free. Simply head over to the link below, check out my page, and sign up for my Gold Content Creators group.